So my Teach to Learn was chapter 11, which was crime, and I decided to do some research into money laundering. The organization I decided to do some research into was the U.S. Department of the Treasury, and it's a government-based organization affiliated with the anti-money laundering that assists in catching criminals who illegally generate, hide, and spend illegally generated currency. The issue is that the money laundering is not known generally by the public. The United Nations show that around 2 to 5% of the Earth's GDP is laundered every year, which is around $800 billion to $2 trillion. It's really hard to catch somebody who's money laundering due to the changing technology and integration of economies among markets. And in an interview with a former money launderer, Ken Rizak, he was asked, what are the compliance officers up against? Are money launderers that smart? To which he replied, the answer is yes. And the people involved in money laundering are very smart. In 2019, there were a total of 76,538 cases reported to the United States Sentencing Commission. Out of this number, 990 or 1.3% were involved in money laundering offenses, and the commission estimated that the median loss for the offense was around $208,000. Additionally, in 2019, banks hit an almost all-time high in fines of $10 billion for violations of anti-money laundering policies. So my normative claim is that it's a huge issue around the world, and while some countries take it seriously, others don't. For example, in the United States, money laundering is punishable for up to 20 years in prison. The United States is one of the higher countries that punishes it. And the U.S. government does not have to prove that a person handled the money or did anything specific to assist the money laundering offense. Any violation of 18 U.S.C. 1959 can result up to a $500,000 fine and 20 years in prison. And on the other hand, countries like Afghanistan, India, and Pakistan are listed as major money laundering jurisdictions, meaning that it's not punishable, and in much of the country's revenue is generated illegally. According to Section Scanner, the Middle East and North Africa are the most susceptible to money laundering. My remedial claim is that money laundering should be controlled by the United Nations, and they should make it illegal everywhere. And while the extent that the U.S. takes may be extreme in some cases, every country should have money laundering illegal. And there should be agencies organized in every country that searches for money laundering in that said country. The public perception of the U.S. Department of Treasury is very good. They just catch criminals. And claims that a report that a news channel does work on a big money laundering scheme makes the public more aware to it and makes the public want to actually do something about it. And the U.S. Treasury focuses on catching high up individuals who make a lot of money, and they make it very quickly, and it seems very sketchy. An ally of the U.S. Department of the Treasury is the Financial Action Task Force, whose main goals are to establish international standards and to develop and promote policies. The opponents are private individuals who find money laundering easy as they don't have to work for a major corporation, so their actions are not monitored and they can get away with a lot more. Next group of people is drug dealers, because most drugs people like to get high off are illegal, and every drug dealer is guilty of money laundering, and money laundering can even be performed with somebody's prescription drugs. It doesn't have to be illegal drugs. Next group of people is corrupt officials, and corruption, bribery, and money laundering offenses are all parallel. So corruption crimes such as bribery or personalization of tax revenues substantially increase the amount of illegal money. And that's it. Thank you.